Good day and welcome to another episode from the Sylvester Stallone Podcast Network show. I am your host, Ryan the Mark, and with me today we have Doug the Mechanic and Craig the Dean. How are you guys doing today?
Doing good, man. Doing good. It feels like it's been forever, but I'm happy to be on mic with you guys again.
Yeah, it's always a blast to sit down with the two of you. It's always a good time, even if the movie isn't. But fortunately for us, and I'm going to lead with this before we get into whatever setup you're going to do, Ryan. Regardless of what I say in the next 90 minutes or 60 minutes or 90 minutes, this movie rules. I may contradict myself, but this movie rules.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm actually very curious to hear our thoughts on this. And I think there is going to be our own conflicting thoughts or ideas about this movie, which I'm looking forward to get into. So, yeah, for context, dear listeners, we are covering 2003 film noir poker game extravaganza, cast extravaganza. The movie's called Shade. And we're going to go through, of course, the cast, the characters, when we first saw the movie, all the good stuff. But just for a reminder, the last film we covered was the box office
2025 box office hit, Alarum, right?
Alarum, yeah.
2025, right?
Quick, Doug, what was the movie about?
I don't even remember. Holy cow. I actually tried to think about it. Some spy organization. I don't know.
Remember there was something in some guy's stomach or something they tore out and he was the pilot?
Yeah. There's a tattoo on his neck. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so 2003's Shade. Craig, I'll ask you first. When was the first time you saw this film? Do you recall?
I will tell you, because I have the DVD that I bought, and I opened it up to watch the movie, and the receipt was in there. So I bought this in November of 2004, so that's probably the last time I watched this movie.
21 years ago.
And I also paid $5.99 for the DVD.
I wonder what it goes for on Amazon right now. I should have looked it up.
I think I looked yesterday, and like somebody was selling it for like $17 or something. I was like, "Ooh, I might have a gold mine here. I might, when times get tough, I might have to sell one of my grails."
Triple your investment.
It does have the snap, do you guys remember these snap cases?
Oh, yeah.
I kind of miss those.
I love DVDs, man. I've watched movies still on my DVD format, not even Blu-ray. I've watched it on the. There's something weirdly nostalgic about watching the DVD quality of a movie. Is that weird?
Yeah. This actually you watched it on Tubi, right?
I watched mine on a very legal streaming site.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah, you said it was available on Tubi, and I forgot that. I should have just watched it on Tubi.
Yeah, the DVD actually looked pretty okay. And I mean, the 4K player upscales it, but I mean,
does it really do that? Does it do that?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh,
yeah. If you have a 4K player and you're watching Blu-rays or DVDs on it, and you're watching on a 4K TV, it will. I mean, I don't know what the technology is actually doing, but it will.
Because a little bit of a buff.
It'll upscale it. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, I did not.
So it's actually still outputting 4K.
Right.
So I don't know if it's a boost of some kind or anything, but either way, it didn't look, I've got some old DVDs that I put on the player before. Yeah. And even when I'm like all the way as far away from the TV as I can get, you can still see like it's pixelated.
Oh, okay. Man. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. No, but either way, it's funny. I had to do the math. I'm like, 2004. I'm like, okay, that was 21 years ago. And then I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, there's no way that was 21 years ago. And then I was like, shit, it was 21 years ago. And then I was like, wait, let me do the math again. Fuck, 21 years ago. Like we talked about this on our on your last Michael Mann episode we did together. We talked about how on the Insider, like how time just flies. Like that was 1999, and I remember seeing that in the theater. And fuck,
yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, so Michael Mann's movie, The Insider, came out 4 years before this one. Interesting how this is 4 years newer than that film, but okay.
Doug, I think you were going to ask Doug when he saw it.
Yeah, I'm Doug. When was the first time you saw Shade?
Well, I'm famously the worst Sylvester Stallone fan in history.
Oh, no.
Preparing for this podcast was the first time I saw this movie.
Okay, well, that's probably fair, and there's probably people listening to this episode who have never seen the film, so you have that up on them at the very least. Now, this movie came out for me. I'm with Craig. I didn't buy the DVD. I never. I guess I didn't have $5.99 to rub together back in 2003. I never brought myself to buying the film, but I know I saw it before. I probably rented it at that time. I probably rented it at a Blockbuster, watched it. I'm like, oh. Okay, this is what we're dealing with. So when I watch this again, obviously in preparation for our discussion today, I will say this is a bit of a spoiler, and as we get into the discussion, but just to preface this a little bit so we don't scare off all of our listeners, I enjoyed it more than I thought I was going. My memory of my enjoyment level was different than what I experienced watching it, and maybe that's because we've been covering Alarum and the safe. What was that?
Armor.
Yeah.
Escape Plan 3 and 2. What's the other one? Backtrace. The list goes on, right? So so when you like 5 of our last 7 reviews have been those, Chinese laundering films, right? This movie seemed like a masterpiece to some degree. So I was having a hard time objectively watching this film in relation to Backtrace and Alarum, to also what should a film be like no matter the year, 2003, 1999, or 2025. So I was in this weird, it's not as bad as I remember, but is that because I had a bad aftertaste because of Alarum? Where do you guys sit on that spectrum of feelings on the film, Doug?
I thought the film was fun. Okay. It's not high art. All right. Like my go-to poker movie is Rounders. And that was done extremely well with Matt Damon and
you saying it's better? You saying Rounders was a better done film than Shade?
Is that a shocker?
Well, as the poker film, 100%, and I'll talk to that a little more after Doug is done.
Yeah, so obviously, like this movie had the bones of a great story. I love the crosses, the double crosses. I love that aspect of this film. But it felt disjointed. It felt sloppy. You know what I mean? It wasn't like the final twist at the end. I wasn't like, mind blown. I was like, okay. But it was a fun movie. It was a fun watch. The guy who wrote and directed it,
one and done.
This was his.
Well, we'll get into that. We'll wait for that. Wait for that. I want to hear Craig's overall before we get to the director. Yeah,
he obviously knows the subject matter.
Right. Yeah.
He's in our text thread, I said that he did a sleight of hand tutorial or something on the DVD, and that's like all the card tricks that you see in the movie are his hands that are doing the card tricks. The guy's very good at what he does, and like I said, he obviously knows the subject matter. The most I would say off-putting thing to me is it looked like Sylvester Stallone was wearing a Sylvester Stallone filter.
Well, no, and that's the weirdest thing.
Wait. Doug, what are you talking about?
Didn't it seem like they tried to make him look older? So it's weird looking at like somebody trying to age up Stallone when we're used to seeing him as an old man. That was the thing. It was so funny to me. I'm like, they're trying to make him look a little bit older because he was what, 60?
57.
57.
So he isn't even that old. Yeah, but Ryan, like the AI filters where you could be Arnold Schwarzenegger. It looked like Stallone had a Stallone filter.
Just because we're not used to that face anymore.
I thought it was possibly like he fresh off of some plastic surgery or something.
Well, I noticed his eyebrows had not been
the eyebrows. The
eyebrows were they weren't as extreme as they could get. I mean, they were still reasonable.
Yeah.
No, the eyebrows were reasonable. I would say I might be the most positive on this film overall, and I'm not just saying that. I think he looked pretty good. I think for 57, and I think you're right. I keep saying I think. I gotta stop doing that. I agree with you, Craig, that they were trying to make him look older, ironically, because he's a healthy looking 57-year-old. So the extra gray hair was maybe fake, maybe it was real. They didn't dye his hair. I don't know. But it reminded me of when he tried to look older in Fist. So he's a good looking 50. I mean, in that movie, he's 7 years older than I am now. So I understand they're trying to make him maybe look 65, like he's retired. I don't know what age they were going for. They should have maybe just made him look normal, whatever that age stage of his life, but I would say he looked good. And this is just prior to the HGH growth that he was going to come up with soon
for Balboa,
Balboa and Rambo fourth film. So
maybe that's what it was.
He looked.
He was trim. Yeah,
it was pre the HGH. So his head his head didn't expand.
So his hair plugs were not that crazy. His eyebrows weren't that bad. He had a little bit of filler in his lip. I think he had a little bit of duck lip. But all in all, he looked pretty good. I mean, he's a handsome guy for 57. But you're right. They oddly tried to make him look older. They should just made him 57. I don't know why they just say, "Hey, you're a 57-year-old. You're 57. You've been doing this for 35 years. Makes sense. You started in your 20s. You're 57 now. Like, what's the?" Anyways. We're going to get more into the characters and the actors when we get to that. We talked about when we saw it, our overall feelings.
Yeah, okay. my overall feelings. Yeah, I haven't gotten it.
Oh, I don't care about you, so we'll move on. All right, Craig. So yeah, what's your general? I guess the question should be, what was your remembrance of the film 21 years ago, and when you viewed it, was it worse or better than you had expected?
Okay, so the one thing that was surprising to me was it looked a lot cheaper than I remembered.
Mm-hmm.
They obviously had a lot of access to locations for this, but I don't think they had a lot of money for production design.
Yeah.
So my biggest takeaway was why I was like, wow, this movie looks really cheap. And it didn't look cheap.
Stage play-ish almost.
Yeah, yeah.
Mystery, not mystery. What do you call that?
Masterpiece Theater.
Masterpiece Theater,
yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh. But aside from that, like Doug said, it's an enjoyable movie. The thing that I thought was really funny was, of course, you saw that this was an RKO picture, which was a big deal. Like RKO had been dead for decades, and I think this was like an attempted resurrection of RKO, and I think it ended up killing RKO for good,
sinking it all together.
And then
there's also a Merv Griffin production,
Merv Griffin production, which is hilarious. Like, like Merv Griffin is like, a great movie mogul. But Doug talked about poker movies, and they even acknowledge this in the extras. And I didn't have a chance to listen to the commentary track, but they reference how bad the poker in this movie is because they're string betting, which in modern poker, string betting is just not something that's acceptable. And for people listening that don't know, like string betting would be like if Doug bets, Doug's like 300, and I'd be like, I see your 300. In any modern poker room, legal or illegal back room, as soon as I say I see your 300, that's it.
Yeah.
The action's over. Not I see your 300 and raise you another 500.
Right. Okay.
So the string betting was ridiculous. And the other thing that they said was a plot point, and the reason they allowed it was the table stakes. So in this universe, it didn't matter how much money you had. If Doug had $100,000 and I had $80,000, he would instantly win every hand.
Right. I could just buy every pot until you're out of money.
Right. And the only reason
sorry.
Go on. And well, no, in one of the behind the scenes features, they say we know that's wrong, but it's the only way we could tell the story the way we wanted to tell it, where like at the end, how it ends. But I'm like, they commit two like major poker sins, and it's really, really hard to take the movie serious is when you have the string betting, and then the table stakes is just ridiculous, because I mean that's what No Limit Hold'em is. It's like, okay, there's all my money. It doesn't matter if I'm $5,000 short of what you put into the pot. You'll get that $5,000 back. I mean, it completely eliminates any aspect of poker that makes poker great. The other thing I'll get to is from the poker side of things. And we know that characters are working together here, but the idea that people would willingly go into a game knowing that the person they're playing against is a known cheat,
right,
and thinking that you could beat them, like why? Right. Like that's not a game you'd want to be in.
Yeah, it's
like I'm going to cheat better than he can cheat. Like, the whole logic of that, I was like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to take down the Dean by cheating, but the Dean cheats too.
Well, are we talking about the final match?
You become the Dean.
That is the final match.
Yeah, just in general. But like, no, they talk about this whole career that the Dean has built. And they, even Gabriel Byrne talks about it's possibly a myth or a legend at this point. But like, why would anybody want to sit in a game with a known cheater? Like,
I think I guess you could argue, I don't know why I'm defending this in this way, but I guess you could argue that that's just it. If we're both taking steroids and we both know we're taking steroids, like that's the idea. Is like we're gonna play baseball together, but everyone's on steroids, so now we're all at the same level. So if you're just gonna cheat your way, who's the better cheater? I guess who's the one that could pull the wool over the other person's eyes better?
I'll say this about the movie, and like I said at the beginning, this movie fucking rules. It's awesome. I love it. At the same time, it's like, imagine like a 12-year-old had the house to themselves for the weekend. They had a cupboard full of a pantry full of Oreos and Mountain Dew. And they were just watching like The Usual Suspects and The Sting and The Hustler. And then Sunday night before they went to bed, they're on a sugar high. They're on a Mountain Dew caffeine high. They've watched all these complicated movies. And this 12-year-old sits down and tries to write their heist, hustle movie. Yeah. And this is what they write.
How dare you? This was written by the great. You ever heard of this director before, guys? Damien Neiman, written, directed. He had full control of this film, apparently. So, Damien Neiman, what's your favorite film that he's ever done, Doug?
This one, Shade.
Oh. Jade.
One and done.
Away.
What about his
you make your film? Magnum opus, and that's it. Right into the sunset.
Worst one is Shade by far.
Okay, so for context, dear listeners who might not know this, Damien Neiman or Nyman, I'm not sure, but he is, I guess, a card guy, right? He's a card guy, works in Vegas, knows card tricks, card dealing, knows the ends. He's good at that. Like
it seemed like it was more of the magic end of things.
Okay,
from my perspective,
sleight of hand tricks.
Because he had a connection at the Magic Castle.
Right. Now, my question to you, and this is pure speculation, unless you guys have behind the scenes stuff. Who is he? Like at the end of the day, sure, he's a card master, trick master. He's David Blaine, whatever you want to call it with cards. Okay, cool, good for him. Who fronted him the $40 million and why? Like I
was it really a $40 million picture?
I think it was $40 million.
Well, there was some washing going on. Ryan, I'm going to get very sinister. And very dark
sorry,
here.
10 million. My bad.
Okay.
10 million. 10 million.
I'm going to get very sinister and very dark here. So we know that this was produced by Merv Griffin.
Oh, sorry. Why is my watch talking to me? Sorry.
I don't know if you know too much about Merv Griffin and his lifestyle and the type of personal life
game show host.
Well, yes, but in terms of his preferences, if you will.
What was he, Epstein?
Was he a whoremonger?
Well, yeah, he was a little. Yeah, I mean, light and loafers, whatever we want to say.
Oh,
whatever the modern term is. So I don't know if
Liberace.
Yeah. I don't know if maybe this guy, Damien, caught Merv's eye. And I'm not saying anything.
You think he gave $10 million to Damien because he was a cute young lad?
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There was no information on the production of this film.
I wish I had time to listen to the commentary track, which I listened to 21 years ago, I'm sure, but I just couldn't remember.
Oh, there's a commentary track for this movie?
It says with actors and director. And I was like, I wonder who the actors are.
You got to be kidding me. You didn't listen to it to come prepared for the show? What kind of host are you?
I know. Well, Ryan, I watched the movie. Isn't that preparation enough?
It's halfway.
We'll do a Shade part 2.
Yeah, we should do a Shade part 2. This is gonna be a 5-parter, guys. This is just part 1.
A super show, a Shade super show.
Oh man, we will not get viewers on the second one. So that was my first question: is how did Merv Griffin get wrapped up? When I saw his name come up, I'm like, that Merv Griffin is a producer for this film. That it screamed to me odd. The
RKO thing was odd too. Like all of that is weird.
It is odd. That's what I mean. So this is what I'm getting at. I want to know how this film got made. Like legitimately, how did Damien? Maybe I might even reach out to him. I'm not even joking because I would love to know, dude. who are you enough to go to who and say, hey, do you have $10 million you could throw my way? And I'll get some pretty decent actors to sign up, one of them being Stallone. And I just, what are the conversations that the company's having with the actors and their agents, and they're putting their faith in this guy and the one-time script, and but that's the thing. Who said go ahead and direct it too? Like, it's one thing for him to write it, sure, you write the screenplay, you know how this works, be a consultant and how but they gave him the freaking camera and said
he had to have had some hook in Hollywood, a friend, or I don't know, like
how's this done? No, seriously, how's this done for first time movie? And it wasn't even that badly filmed or that bad of a. I've seen much worse written scripts and much worse written films. Like, obviously Backtrace, So like, I'm being serious. Like, it was a serviceable dialogue and movie. Yes, it was a little bit clunky, a little bit. Yes, each part serves the next part type thing. You could kind of tell it was written by an not a seasoned writer, but for your first time film to enter. He even said in the commentary, the video that I have, that I've always enjoyed Hollywood. I've always wanted to write and direct. Like, okay, cool. I've always wanted to do that too. Gee, can I get $10 million? Somebody like how? How did that happen?
Maybe with his experience with the cards, he was probably a dealer in Vegas and met somebody or had a hook somewhere in Vegas.
You're the head of a company. You're the head of a company and the movie company, guys. And you're like, hey, Doug, I got a guy here who's magic guy cards, and he hears the script. You read the script. You, Doug, read that script to go, okay, dude. Not only am I going to make this movie with our company $10 million, but dude, you got to direct this. I mean, it's your vision.
Well, in the words of Craig Cohen, maybe he sucked Merv Griffin's dick.
Jesus. All right.
Actually, that was.
I think that was a direct quote.
Yeah, direct quote. I will say this, Ryan, and just because, I mean, I know it was 9 years later, probably 8 years later, but just for reference, Pulp Fiction was made for $7 million.
And that was Tarantino's second film too.
And that was 94, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 94. So, but he had proven himself to something. You know what I mean by that? Like, he had proven himself.
But what I'm saying is, look,
okay,
put on Pulp Fiction and put on this movie. Which one looks like a $10 million movie?
Well, Pulp Fiction, if you told me Pulp Fiction was made for $20 million in 94, I would have believed you.
Yeah.
Like, it's a smart looking film. Like, it looks smart. It's shot smart. The dialogue is crazy. Yeah, we've like. It's actually. I'll say that. For another
well, and I actually believe most of the $250,000 of that budget, I believe, went to just constructing Jackrabbit Slims.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Because that wasn't a real location. So, like, they built Jack, and I believe, I think it was $250,000 of the budget just went straight to building Jackrabbit Slims.
Well, we're going to get to the actors here because this is important. We're going to talk about
it's the most important part of the movie.
Well, that's just it. Before we get to each actor and the little soundbite, we're actually going to have the actors themselves give their who their character is, which is kind of nice for us because I got that. We'll kind of go in order. We'll save Stallone for last because he'll be the last one we want to talk about. But overall, the cast is a great cast of very talented, good-looking people, and again, this is what I mean. Like, I don't understand how they all agreed. What is going on here? Like, this is actually a mystery of how agents said, "Hey, help me out here." Somebody, how did they get Stallone, Byrne, Jamie Foxx, Tandy, like Melanie Griffith? Like, how did they get all these people and say, I'm on board? What, did it start with Stallone? Was he the first get, and then that brought them in?
Well, I think maybe they found a mark in RKO Pictures and Merv Griffin. And we're like, hey, they're paying these actors. So, like, Gabriel Byrne probably got a nice payday. Thandie Newton probably got a nice payday. The guy from the vampire movie got a nice payday. Stuart Townsend, right? Melanie Griffith got a nice payday. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, Jamie Foxx, like, if a lot of these people, got paid, I don't know, $5 million of this film's budget could have just been on the actors.
It wasn't on
I
set
agree.
design or production or anything. Like, Christ.
You're right. It wasn't on music. It wasn't on production sets. So, okay. Well,
yeah, it's like they just rented out a hotel room to have the poker games in.
Yeah,
you do that.
Yeah, you're right. Sly probably got $1 million at least. Probably got $1 million. He was probably the temple. Like,
and
hey,
then he was like, "Hey, I've got a mark." Just like the movie, they find the mark, and RKO Pictures and Merv Griffin was the mark, and the actors took them.
Okay,
Because
so
I
we're gonna
doubt
start.
Gabriel Byrne is talking about this movie in 2025. I doubt Thandie Newton is talking about this movie in 2025.
How dare you?
I almost imagine that Stuart Townsend is hoping his phone would ring with an offer as good as Shade in 2025.
Oh wow!
Do you think this is one of those films that Sly had a hand in behind the scenes?
Okay, we're gonna get when we get to Sly. I want to talk about that. I do want to talk about Sly, what he did behind the scenes, because there's a comment he brings up in his interview on the DVD that I think there's something going on here. Okay, well let's start with let's just start with the intro of the video, because the intro of the video kind of just introduces the movie a little bit, some of the sound bites. Even our audio listeners will get to hear some of the dialogue, the characters. You probably can, if you're watching this on YouTube, of course you'll see it. What it looks like, but here we go with just the intro of the behind the scenes footage, and then we're going to hear Damien himself talk, the director, about the film and a little bit of this. We get to meet young Damien here as well. And just one.
You're very, very good, but as long as I'm around, you're always going to be second best.
Well, I'll be damned. Lucky me.
It is good to be back. I'm just here for the game.
So how do you like it?
We're talking gambling. We're talking cheating, more specifically, at cards. I've always loved this world of gambling and hustling and the con and stuff.
We're going to be giving you the money, not the other way around.
It's a hell of an opportunity, Larry.
People, if they see an opportunity where they can make easy money, they'll take it, and that's what the professional con man or mechanic is actually relying upon. Everybody's misdirecting somebody, everybody's working some angle, and sometimes 3 or 4 at the same time. And none of them know exactly what the other one's motives are.
You sure I had to pick him, baby?
That's what I'm here for.
Okay, so that was a little bit of the intro of the film. The characters, you hear their voices, some of their classic lines from the movie. The movie actually opens up. We see the outfit there of Gabriel Byrne and Thandie Newton in the car there, their characters, where they played a clever little, what do you call it?
A grift.
Yeah,
Grift.
yeah, grift. That was actually pretty cool. And I don't know, Doug's a cop, so he might know better than us if that's like actually like a known scam.
How many grifters have you arrested, Doug?
The only grifts that we really take reports on are like internet scams and like
old
check
people
fraud,
being
like that.
So if a gas station attendant calls you up and says, "Hey, I gave $300 for a fake ring that I bought off a bum," so would you take that call?
I'd say, yeah, we'll take a report for you, but nobody's kicking up any dust over it.
When you take that report, are you actually just writing down the coffee orders for your buddies?
But I tell you, I have seen this grift somewhere in film or something similar to it.
Craig?
But I couldn't for the life of me think of where it came from, because again, first time I've ever seen this movie, but not the first time I saw that move.
Okay, well, we're speaking about kids who haven't seen the film. Spoiler alert. This review will have spoilers if you decide you want to watch it. At the very beginning of the film, Thandie Newton's character pretends that, she drops a ring, and she tells the gas station, "Hey, here's my card. If you find my ring, it's worth $1,200. I'm willing to pay, or whatever the money, a lot of money. I'm willing to pay you $1,000. Sorry, if you find the ring, because it's worth whatever."
Yeah.
And the gas station attendant, I didn't realize it when I was watching the movie last night. It's the dude from Showgirls.
It's Glenn Plummer.
Yeah, and he was in Speed as well, but he's the one in Showgirls that tells Elizabeth Berkley when she says, "I'm not a whore," and he goes, "You're fucking them, even though you're not fucking them," and that's the same fucking thing. Hilarious. I didn't even make that connection last night.
No, he's great, man. I love him.
He's a great actor.
Yeah,
he does a lot of bit parts. Yeah. All right, so here's the grift, just for the listeners, right? So she has a worthless, candy
store ring.
Yeah. So she pretends like she loses.
She does drop it. She does drop it,
or she drops it. Okay, and then the gas station attendant sees her drop it and looking for it. It's like, "This ring is precious to me. If you find it, I'll pay you $1,000 for it. The ring is priceless." So then the grift is her boyfriend, who's dressed as a homeless man, comes stumbling around, finds the ring. Glenn, the gas station attendant, goes, "I'll give you $500 for the ring," thinking that he's going to make $500 on top of it, but it's a worthless ring. So
and then they follow that up later in the movie, because doesn't Gabriel Byrne get a phone call about a ring? And he goes, "I don't know anything about any ring."
Is that what? That's why the phone rings in that end.
Oh man, see,
clever man. Sunday night, hopped up on Mountain Dew and Oreo cookies, man. Slip that right in.
That's like Quentin Tarantino
Usual
level,
suspects type stuff.
Yeah, that's
closing all the loops, bro.
Not that plot hole, man.
Well, speaking of Gabriel Byrne, he was in The Usual Suspects. I wonder which film he thinks is better writing.
Yeah, speaking of double crosses,
yeah, for sure. Okay, we're gonna go. Let's talk about Melanie Griffith really quickly. She's in this film. I think she at this time was aged. Oh boy, I had it written down. Sorry,
early 40s,
mid 40s. Not much more than that, because she's probably is. Yeah, I think she is 10 years younger than Sly. So I think she was 47. Yeah,
I understand why she's there to play like Stallone's or love interest, but I think her character is utterly useless and worthless.
It's a nothing role. It's a nothing role. You could take her out of the movie, and the movie would not be any different.
Well, I don't know about it. Let's see what Melanie Griffith has to say about her role here.
Eve is like an ex-grifter, I mean, she's gotten out of the card game, out of the life.
So she was the Tandy Newton character with Sly's character back in the day. They did the grifts together, but she's retired. Okay.
The prequel material.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We could get Melanie's daughter to play her.
Oh, well, yeah, sure. Yeah.
And she owns a restaurant and a bar, and Sly comes back for her. I might be able to come by when I close up.
I like that.
I always did love to watch you play.
Working with Damien.
Okay, so we stop there. Okay, so there's Melanie Griffith's character playing Eve, who's the love interest or past love interest and co-worker of Sly's character back in the day. That's her character arc. What did you think of Melanie Griffith in the film?
I already said my piece on it.
No, hey, you know that I've talked about Melanie Griffith. We've talked about her.
We talked about Bonfire of the Vanities. We talked about her. She got a boob job. She got a boob job mid-filming.
Mid-movie, yeah. I like Melanie Griffith.
She's fine.
She's fine. But like Doug said, you know, she adds, I mean, you could remove her from this movie and there's nothing, no aspect of the plot changes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. I know. It's just to show two classic actors, so to speak, together. I guess. I don't know. It's a name on the marquee, right? Yeah, but you're right. She doesn't do like Sly's character doesn't change his out. Like she's there at the final scene on his shoulder. There's no just add to the game, distract the game, add as any kind. Yeah, there's no. I think it's a character build to show they have a history that Sly's character's been doing this for decades, and this was his old piece of A that he had back in the day.
She's no Adrian.
I don't know.
But the other thing is they have that whole scene at the very beginning of the movie where we see the Dean, you know, sort of with his legendary story where the game gets robbed. With Jason Serbone from the Sopranos.
Was that who played his younger version of?
Yeah, he almost drowned in three inches of water.
In real life or in the
no, in this, you don't remember The Sopranos?
Dude, I've seen this. I've seen the series. I've seen it once, but I know I have to rewatch it.
He was Jackie Jr. on The Sopranos, which was wild because I didn't remember that. So I always joked about the goofy guy that played young Stallone in this movie, and then I put it on last night. And I'm like, holy shit! It's Jackie Jr. is the goofy Stallone looking guy.
We should do who is the best or like rank
young Stallone.
Rank the young Stallones, like the Copland Stallone. There's this one's.
But the point is, like, if you're gonna do the Eve character, and granted, it would have been tough to do because this is a card game that gets robbed and there's a shootout. But have Eve in that scene.
Sure.
Eve, you know, she could even leave. She'd be like, "Oh, I gotta go work my, I gotta go work the grifts somewhere." But like, if you're gonna do that character, why not and you've already done a flashback, which is redundant because they basically show that scene at the beginning, and then Gabriel Byrne tells the story. So it's like, was that Stallone being like, "Hey, I'm not going to be on screen for 40 minutes. You got to see me before then." But you don't even fucking see him because it's not even his character.
That was kind of spoon feeding the people who might not have connected the first scene as being Stallone's character.
Well, they re-investigate the cutting of the decks sequence at the end of the film between Townsend's character and Sly's character.
I will say this: the young Stallone, he had the voice.
Well, that's what I mean. We could do a rank of who does.
Yeah, he didn't do like the gimmick voice. He did like, he did like it was good.
He wasn't bad. He wasn't bad as young Sly. In fact, it was good enough. Put it this way. It was good enough that I recognized that this is the young character of Sly. Like whoever the character is of the present time Sly, this character is representing that character. So that was good enough for me to this is the young Sly, because they didn't say this is Sly's character when he was younger or like 5 years previous or 20. Like the audience you have to be smart enough to figure, this is the Dean. So I don't know. I thought that was good enough that I thought it was the young character of Sly. So they cast pretty good.
No. In terms of casting a younger version of somebody, it's one of the better times. And I called him Goofy just because I always thought it was funny because we've seen like a young Stallone. So seeing like somebody playing a young Stallone is just funny because like he's kind of a goofy looking guy. Like I mean, so it's just funny. And I mean, I say that with all.
Sure.
Not with malice or anything. Calling
there's
goofy
no
looking.
Now,
I mean, look at me. I mean, who am I going to talk about?
Stop it. You're very
who plays the younger Craig?
Yeah. Now, Melanie's had a weird career, hasn't she? Like, I feel like when she did this film, she did a direct-to-video right after called Tempo. I mean,
she was done. She was done. She was done here because like her last big movie was probably Milk Money, maybe, which was like 98 or 99.
Crazy in Alabama.
Oh yeah,
no,
that was the Antonio Banderas movie, wasn't it? Didn't he direct it?
She was one of the symbols of celebrity.
The Woody Allen movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, you're making my point here.
I know Mulholland Falls. She was in Mulholland Falls.
I remember that. I mean, the Mike Madsen movie. But when was Milk Money?
Come on here. Well, she was in that movie Now and Then. Remember that one?
She was done.
Wasn't Christina Ricci in that one?
Yeah, that's what she started. I won't say. Then you're right. She was in Milk Money. Was that her last big movie?
When was Milk Money? What year?
94.
Okay.
Wow. And then before that, Shining Through with Michael Douglas was a big one. Boy, then like Bonfire of the Vanity. It seems like.
Well, remember this because remember on Bonfire of the Vanity, she had just had Dakota, and she was self-conscious about her body, so that's why she got the boob job. But
which we're all grateful for.
Well, yeah, but so Ryan, she was probably at a point where she was focusing more on being a mother than building her career. So I mean, I'm not speaking for her, but so Shade might have been like, okay, the kid's older now, I can maybe start acting again.
It's just kind of weird. Like her name is almost more popular than the movie she does. It's weird. Like she's famous for being Don Johnson's wife. Are they still married or they're divorced?
No, she was married to Antonio Banderas.
That's right. Right.
Well, and her mother is also Tippi Hedren.
Sure.
From the Birds. I mean,
sure.
Sorry. Okay. All right. So
you looked enthralled.
Today we learned that Ryan doesn't know who Tippi Hedren is.
Yeah.
He doesn't care.
All right. The next one we have on our docket, and this is a young great actor establishing his career a little bit after his time in Living Color, the great Jamie Lee Foxx, who plays Jennings. What did I say?
Jamie Lee Foxx.
Oh man, guys, I'm tired.
I know it's late.
I work today.
You're the one that wanted to record late.
No, well, I want to spend time with my family because I I actually got back from walk right at 9, walking with the wife, and I've been up since whatever for work today. So what did I even say? I'm sorry.
Jamie Lee Fox. It's Jamie Fox.
What did I say?
Jamie Lee.
Jamie Lee Curtis Fox. All right. Okay. Of course, very famous at the time for In Living Color, which I love. This movie came out shortly after that TV show. 5 or 6 years later. Now he's established himself as a dramatic actor, and we'll go.
Yeah, this is him on the way up.
Yeah, for sure.
If you let him tell it.
Sorry.
Barry Jennings does it all. If you let him tell it. Great poker player. His ego, however, is a little bit bloated, to say the least. Gets in over his head a little bit, but that's just the way he is.
Let's pop this cherry, shall we, fellas? Bingo!
That's how we do.
Eve is
Now, it should be noted, I think the only dead person in this film was a black guy. I don't know if that.
Well, no, a couple of people get killed during that shootout at the beginning.
Well, I meant the present day characters, but yeah. So, what did you think of Jamie Foxx's acting in this, Doug?
I thought he was fine. I thought he served his role, like his purpose. He was like that cocky, arrogant player that, like, even like knowing that he's written this way during the poker scenes when he's like over betting and he's like shit talking everything. I'm like, oh come on, man! Like just play the fucking game and shut up. But that's what his character's supposed to do. So I thought he played it very well. He got axed earlier than I had expected either. Also,
his agent was probably the only one that did what an agent should do for their client, which was get him a payday and have him not have to shoot that many days.
Yeah, it seemed like he could have done his easily 3-4 days max.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think he was good in this. He's a good actor. I've never doubted his ability as an actor or a singer. Or a comedian. And I mean, his character did exactly what he was supposed to. Like Doug said, he's annoying. It was, and his character is actually a big part of the plot if you think about it, because if he didn't lose that 80 grand that didn't belong to him, none of the movie would have mattered. And can we also talk while I'm thinking of this? The guy who he goes to after he loses that $80,000, I forgot the actor's name, but he was from Final Destination. He was the cop in Final Destination.
Oh yeah.
He kind of looks like I think he's black, or
mixed race, maybe.
But he's got that voice.
Remember the soft spoken guy?
Yes.
The
guy rules
with the really intense eyes.
Yeah,
he was a highlight. He was a highlight baddie.
Dude, that guy
great.
rules. Like, if you don't remember, it's funny because we had just watched all the Final Destination movies. Before Bloodline came out, and he's in the first Final Destination. He's one of the cops that's investigating the kid after the plane crash. Like, they think was the kid involved in this plane crash?
Right.
At all? That dude's intensity. Like, that dude isn't a fucking actor, man.
Yeah,
he was chewing it, man. He was chewing it up too. He really played that like hard guy, gangster, henchman.
But then he's even got like one of the best moments in the movie where he talks about how Jennings, Jamie Lee's character,
shut up, man. Come on,
didn't know he was getting taken. Know he was getting taken, and then he says to Gabriel Byrne, he's like, and he didn't even know he was getting taken. And then Gabriel Byrne is like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
Okay. His name is this his name? Roger Smith.
Yeah, I think
he's worked with Spike Lee.
He's
awesome. He doesn't Do the Right Thing.
He's probably the best actor in the movie.
Yeah, he was great the way he was the enforcer. He played the mafia dude's enforcer, right?
Dude, we need more dudes like him.
Yeah, he was great. I like the way he talked. He was actually quite menacing. Like he was
no, that's what I mean. Like, dude, like I don't know anything about this guy in real life or what his public life's like, but that dude, he presented on screen.
He understood the assignment.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
They said play him like have fun with it. Go super creepy and intense. Have fun with it.
Yeah,
That's what I mean. He's got the best job in Hollywood. He's still working today, in television, film. He's good where you can just go on a set, play, have fun, and you can go grocery shopping. Nobody stops in the store. You know what I mean? It's the perfect balance of like fun, activity, life, working with other actors that are stars, and then you get to go home at the end of the day. Okay. So enough of Jamie Lee Fox. Let's. Well, actually, I did want to say. After this movie, see, he was in Ali actually with Mike. Speaking of Michael Mann again, the film before this one. Then he did this one, but then he did Breaking All the Rules, which wasn't a very good film. But then after that, all of a sudden, Collateral, Ray. He plays Ray Charles. He does Collateral and Ray the same year after this movie. They talk about that's what I mean. He does Shade. So I almost feel because Shade was done 2 years after Ali. So I wonder. It's weird. I wonder because Shade wouldn't have been the film that they're like, oh, we got to get Jamie Foxx on the line because
no, this was probably a break in his schedule, and like I said, his agent did their job. Like they're like, oh, you got a 6-week window where you're not working. Let me see what I can find you. Oh, a Stallone movie.
Yeah, I guess because think about it, he worked with Stallone, then he works with Tom Cruise, and then he does Ray, which is I think it earned him an Oscar nomination or close to. I don't think he's won an Oscar. Then he did Stealth, The Jarhead, Miami Vice, Dreamgirls, The Kingdom, The Soloist, Law Abiding Citizen, like Due Date, Horrible Bosses, Django Unchained. Like, what a run for that 8 years, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he's one of those that sold his soul to Hollywood.
Probably. However, I feel like in some ways he hasn't done it. Like if you look after like
no, he's done. Put him on the same bench as Melanie Griffith. He's done.
But why?
Did he have
what
a
happened?
scandal? Was there?
I don't think so. I mean, it's the public's fickle, man. It's hard to stay a star.
Yeah,
it's hard. Like
I'll never have that
unless
issue,
you're Tom Cruise or
I mean, look at what Will Smith's going through right now. He's making a fool of himself.
Yeah.
No, it's embarrassing. It's tough.
He's going through like a terrible, terrible midlife crisis. It's like there's nobody in his life that loves him. It's dude, it's sad.
I know that is.
It's amazing. I mean, and it's
well, it's rough when your wife has sex with your son's friend. Like it's a rough life, man. Like it's embarrassing.
Yeah, but I do know that.
Oh, come on, let's talk about that.
I do know that Jamie went through. He had a pretty serious illness.
Shoot, is Will Smith going to slap me for that? I just realized.
Keep my son's friend's name out of your mouth. But I mean, I mean,
because you look at his movies. He was in a movie in 2024 called Not Another Church Movie. He played God.
No, it's one of those parody movies.
One of those parody movies.
What about Back in Action with Cameron Diaz? Did you watch that Netflix movie, Craig?
I couldn't convince my wife to watch it. She's fallen for those Netflix movies. She's fallen for them enough now to know that like they're not good.
Did you guys watch Tin Soldier?
No.
Come on, it was an action thriller directed by Brad Furman. Guess who it stars? Jamie Foxx, Scott Eastwood from Alarum, and Robert De Niro. Cool.
Any De Niro movie made after 2004, maybe, or maybe
Dude, it's written and directed by Brad Furman.
Who's Brad Furman?
It's another Russian-made laundering film.
Oh,
it's so
goodness.
weird. Like the actual movie poster is in Russia. It's in Russian.
Oh my god,
that's hilarious.
Brad Furman. What's he done? Like you look at his like. Oh, wait a minute. He directed The Lincoln Lawyer.
There's a Netflix version of the Lincoln
series.
Well, I don't know about this.
I don't think he did the actual movie.
I think we're spending a lot
of
time on Jamie Foxx right now.
Sorry. I apologize, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, let's move on to the next great actor that we had in this film. Give me a second to set up.
Con man, shyster, sleight of hand man, confidence trickster, a small-time gangster with big ambitions.
You know, Miller's here.
Is this dude, is he legit?
If this guy says something is cool, I know it is.
Larry Jennings does it all.
Okay, so that's Gabriel Byrne, great actor. He's just a good actor. even in a bad film, or you know what I mean, the film that this film is. It's like Craig says, it's fun. I actually had fun watching it. That's the thing. If you're entertained, I was entertained. I wasn't bored at all watching this film. I don't know if that means anything.
No.
Yeah, you know what's funny though? He gave a description of himself, and I was like, I didn't get any of that in the movie.
Yeah, want to be gangster.
Yeah, like
part-time gangster, small-time.
Yeah,
gangster.
yeah. And also, Doug, like for a guy his age, he should be at a much different point of his career than he is.
Right, not just
like
breaking in. He should be the dean.
Yeah, exactly. Which they didn't. I mean, I don't know if the part was written for somebody younger. But at the same time, you have to have somebody that's older than Stuart Townsend, so it's kind of tough. Like, they have to be younger than Stallone, but older than Stuart Townsend.
Well, it shows that he's made mistakes throughout his career, like sleeping with his friend's girlfriend and shit like that. Maybe I don't know. I thought Gabriel Byrne was phenomenal. Like he's
fine.
He's a great actor. You can put him in anything and he'll nail it.
Yeah. Well, he got the nail Tandy Newton's character in this film.
Did he?
No, I think the characters, not behind the scenes.
No, but I mean, did you even think the characters did?
They seemed to be in a romantic relationship. Wasn't that the idea? Okay, can we talk about the unnecessary nudity in this film? It was such a weird film for very little violence. Like the girl gets her top pulled off to cause a distraction. Oh, my boobs are out. Remember?
Well, and then there's the strip club scene, right?
Yeah. There's a strip club scene. So I think Damien. I think he's like, yeah, I gotta have boobs. Like, look, I'm not a prude. I don't care about boobs, but I was surprised by the boobage. I was like,
well, maybe that was eye bleach after his evening with Merv Griffin.
Oh, you're right. He's trying to convince himself. I still like boobs. Well,
the 90s weren't that far behind this.
I guess, but it just because there's a scene, dear listeners, where Stuart Townsend character is part of a grift where these two girls pretend to fight, and the one girl pulls the other girl's top down, and she's like, "Oh no, my boobs are out! Oh no!" And she gets to show the audience, the boob job and everything, which is fantastic. But then she pulls up her top, and everyone's like, "But during that distraction, the deck is switched out or whatever it is," and it's like, and the men that on the security cameras, of course, they're so bad at their job. They see boobs, and they're just, look, boobs. We're not going to look at any other screen on our security camera. Anyways, imagine if Merv Griffin was working the cameras. He wouldn't have been distracted. All right. Okay, so our next actor in this that we'll talk about is Stuart Townsend himself. Here's a little trivia. What movie does Stuart Townsend get cast for? And I believe some of it was filmed, but was soon released from said film. A la like Eric
Stoltz.
Eric Stoltz from Back to the Future.
Big film franchise, a franchise too. Lord of the Rings. He was Aragorn.
Oh yeah, wow, he got replaced by a much older actor, Viggo Mortensen, right?
Yeah, so Stuart Townsend, correct me if I'm wrong, dear listeners, but my understanding is Stuart Townsend was cast and filmed on location, and it wasn't working out.
Yeah,
which is weird because I watch him as film. He seems decent. He's a handsome guy. You could easily see him being a young Aragorn, being with Liv Tyler.
Well, I think that's the problem. I think Peter Jackson realized that
it's too youngish.
He was too young.
Okay.
I mean, Aragorn, especially Viggo Mortensen, who that was like a breakout performance for him.
Yeah, he was like 45 or something at the time. Like,
yeah, I mean, and he played that character perfectly. So I think,
this is not a slight, of course. I think
that's what it was, though. I don't think Peter Jackson realized until they got on set how much his
impish he might have looked at the time. Because Lord of the Rings was before Shade. So this is I kind of feel bad for Stuart because here he is filming Shade, while Lord of the Rings has released all 3 films at this point. Oof, and they're like the biggest films in history. Anyways, can you imagine? He
could be Dougray Scott. I mean, I don't know if you know another guy that lost out on Dougray Scott was supposed to play Wolverine, and he got delayed filming Mission Impossible 2.
Oh no!
And they had a recast, and Hugh Jackman went on to become Hugh Jackman, and Dougray Scott is now a trivia question.
That's sad.
But the other thing about it, Ryan, is like, would X-Men have been X-Men with Dougray Scott?
Isn't he married to some smoke show?
So he might have won, is what Doug is saying.
Hold on. I'll do some research.
Okay, so here's Stuart Townsend on his characters. We understand his character.
His name is Vernon, and he meets these two people, Tiffany and Miller, and they're like this threesome who've worked together. And you as the audience don't quite know what's gone on between these three, but there's definitely some sort of animosity. And there's this big game, basically, that he's saying, have you set this game up? And with this guy called the Dean, who's a legendary card player. And we see them get ready for the game. They get entangled with the mob. There's crooked cops involved. And so the story takes off from there.
Okay.
Another nothing character, the crooked cop.
Well, no, he was part of the take. He was part of the this. So when the grift. So when Stewart's character Vernon gets punched by the crooked cop, it actually kind of looked fake. It's they were faking it for real. They were faking it for Gabriel Byrne's character. Yeah. Anyways,
by the way, Dougray Scott was married to Claire Forlani.
That's who it was.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Well, good.
Not any longer, but she was.
Well,
that's who I was thinking of.
Yeah. Okay. It's funny hearing him talk with an accent too.
He's from Ireland.
I had no idea
because his accent in the movie was pretty good.
And same with Gabriel Byrne. He's from Ireland too. Two Irish guys in this film.
Yeah.
Gabriel Byrne didn't cover up his accent.
No, he didn't. I don't think that's what Gabriel Byrne does. He's like, hey, you're getting the accent.
Yeah.
Stuart Townsend, he was in the Queen of the Damned movie. That's what I know him from.
Oh, with the dead girl?
With Aaliyah, yes. She had a name. The dead girl.
She had a name, and her name was Robert.
Get Will Smith to slap him again. Put Aaliyah's name in your mouth.
Oh man, sorry. Guys, come on, I'm a little tired. I couldn't remember her name. I didn't listen to her music. All I know is that she died after the movie.
We got to get Sleepy Ryan on mic.
No, I'm not.
I know, right?
I'm not sleepy. I'm not sleepy. I'm a little bit punchy. I just talk this way, you know.
Got to get Punchy Ryan on more.
All right. No, I'm good. Okay, so now we have I don't mind saying this. Thandie Newton is gorgeous, and I can watch her do anything, anytime, anywhere. Anytime she's in a film for Mission Impossible 2, you know, she was in the movie with Dougray Scott. Am I alone here?
No, she's great. She was a little thin in this movie. If we're going to be critical, she's a very
great
very
actor.
attractive woman.
Yeah, and a great actor.
Well, yeah, but you know what? I don't know if her character was just written bad or poorly.
Yeah. Well, let's see what she says about the character first. Let's do that.
You were supposed to check him out.
Oh, come on, Charlie. I knew he was connected, but not connected. Tiffany is a complicated person. I think she's someone who, for whatever reason, has
UK
found herself in a loveless place, and as a result of that, is not the most loving, generous, good-natured person. It's the survival of the fittest. She's most interested in how she can get what she wants and is willing to sacrifice anyone and anything on the road to that.
Come on, baby, just leave him.
And she was pretty I was almost surprised, but I kind of liked the fact that she was written as a bitch at the end. She was like a bitch to the end. Like, oh, she's just like
well, the thing is, you completely establish her character as soon as she does the urban legend shit where she lures the guy to the organ harvesting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
that's what I mean. I was like,
did they take his kidney? Is that what they took?
Yeah. That's what's insane to me. Like when she did that scene, I'm like, oh, she steals body parts. This is brutal. This is a brutal side gig. Like, she is not a good person. She's hot, but she'll take your wiener at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
And she holds zero loyalties. Like, even the guy that she was in love with, she'd sell him up the river for money. Like, it's a complex character, I would say, in probably another movie.
And they completely let him off the hook too at the end of the movie.
Thandie will speak on Damien, the director here, which I thought would be interesting to hear her thoughts on the director, because I wanted to know more about Damien here.
Look at that shirt.
Damien has such command over the material. He wrote this script. He's really skilled as a screenwriter, and as a director of actors, he's incredibly sensitive and good-humored. And we're just so relaxed in our work.
They put me.
Okay, so what do you think of that soundbite there regarding Damien as a director?
What again? Maybe he's teaching directing now, since he perfected it. Yeah.
It's just so weird to hear these actors talk about Damien like this is it. They had no idea this would be a one and done.
Mm.
Do you think they're paid to say that, Craig? Honestly,
Well, they're paid to promote the movie that they're being paid for. But again, I think this was a good payday for everybody involved.
Mhm.
Well, speaking of which, let's get to the man himself, the real director of the film, or at least his scenes, Sly. Because let's be honest, do you think? Well, actually, there is a soundbite that Sly says that confirms that Damien did not, maybe not even direct the film, but he didn't direct Sly.
And their motivation. It's like they have an addiction. And what's interesting is I think that it's kind of the epiphany for all of them.
And what's the word on the game? Is he sitting?
He's him.
Oh my God, who?
Dean Stevens, that's who. The man himself.
The Dean.
The character I play is called the Dean, and he's a legendary character because there was a situation that happened like 25 years prior that was so extraordinary in the world of gambling that he pulled off that he said, nah, it's impossible, it's just become folklore. So at the very end of this film, they lure the Dean, myself, into this game, which is a monster game, with the new, young, hot gambler of the moment. And what happens there is a real showdown between wills and odds and skill. And more importantly, no one really knows what's going on until the very last scene.
You're not a hustler, are you, kid?
The character is...
Okay, so he says there in that little scene there, you're not a hustler, are you, kid? But we find out later they were working together. Like he knew that very well that he was a hustler. So it's kind of a So
well, no, you know what's the stupidest thing, and I hate when movies do that when characters end up working together. When Stuart Townsend lets them know that he's got a marked deck.
Yeah.
That if you squint, you can see the card, and they even show the scene where like the Dean looks and sees, he's got a 7. It doesn't matter.
I did have a theory behind that. I did have a theory, but because don't forget, Stewart's character Vernon was pulling the wool over his partner's eyes, so that was a way to trick
I understand him telling Gabriel Byrne and Thandie Newton that he's using that kind of deck, but to see him like it doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter to the Dean whether or not that's a 7 because he knows at the end it's going to be a jack anyway. So like what like.
I thought why do the acting part of looking?
Well, it's to fool us.
Yeah.
The viewer, because we don't know that they're working together till the end.
But it ends up making everybody look stupid, including us.
Well, that's easy to do.
I see that enough when I look in the mirror.
Before we get to what Sly said on the director, because I want to say that for last before we end here. This is what Sly had to say regarding the card work that they did as cast and crew.
So relaxed in our work.
They put me with a couple of world-class card mechanics that could do extraordinary things with a deck of cards. I never forget, they cut the cards 5 or 6 times and had me deal them. And I dealt myself 4 kings. I said, this is great. I dealt them 4 aces. I was dealing. I said, how'd they do that?
I'd have to say they've done it.
Okay. So, thoughts on that?
I mean, that's how, a dealer shouldn't be determining what cards get put out.
No.
They gave him a marked deck or a loaded deck and he dealt.
The one thing this movie made me think about is how corrupt is gambling in general. Like, is anything real? Is anyone winning for real? You know what I mean? Like, they're showing you how to cheat. They're saying if you have a dealer that works for you, you could literally be dealt everything you need if you're in with the dealer. So how do we even know now when you go to Vegas or whatever that they're not in on the?
Well, because Vegas is heavily regulated, and also
I would hope so. That's what I'm hoping.
And the other thing is you're only as good as your reputation. So I don't know if you remember the movie Casino when they catch that guy, doing his little scam. They break his hand. I mean,
No, good point. Because if you're
discourage that behavior,
if you know how to do a cheat and you want to go play an honest game in Vegas, let's say, and you're like, I know a cheat when I see one. I know, like a person who knows how to cheat, knows how to play so well, would be able to spot when the deck isn't being done properly. If that makes sense. All right.
Well, there's if I may go back to Rounders for a minute.
How dare you?
There's a whole plot line about Edward Norton's character being a card mechanic, and every time he deals, he's dealing winning hands.
He's making it obvious,
partner.
yeah.
Oh,
and John Turturro's character in that, he said he's
blacklisted, right?
Yeah, because he says something like he's like the snapping sound. I heard the snapping sound, so I knew he was base dealing from the bottom of the deck.
Oh, okay.
So people who are in tune to that life can spot a crooked card dealer. But I mean, if you're going to regular house games, that I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of dollars are getting thrown around in a regular home game.
Yeah,
but
if your home game dealer is cheating, then it's time to find some new friends.
Yeah.
It's way more. It's way less rampant than this movie would have you believe.
Okay.
Because that's also at the end of the day, like I think most people, the poker community is super small, in the grand scheme of things, and I think it's people enjoy the idea of it. Doesn't at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what cards you have. It's how you read people and how you play them. The psychology of it. So,
right.
I don't know. It's way overblown. But the other thing, and I do want to say this, I do know that one of the featurettes I watched before I turned it off is they trained the actors enough that if they were doing a shuffle or something, you saw that it would reveal that it was actually the actor doing it. You weren't cutting away.
Yeah. Oh,
so there were, of course,
I got that right here for you. I got that right here.
I'd have to say they've done an incredibly good job. They've worked very hard. They've got incredible confidence holding the deck now. And what I wanted to do was to teach them just enough to look good at the one thing that they had to do for the movie. But the actors, particularly Stuart Townsend, have actually embraced this and are looking to learn a lot more. So we've actually been teaching them a lot more than they needed for just the film.
So there you go.
I love Damien's shirts. He's got some great shirts in this. By the way, I want to talk about two people we saw. We saw Michael Dorn, who plays Worf.
Yep.
In Star Trek Deep Space Nine and Next Generation.
Yeah, of course. I like how you led with that Deep Space Nine, but
yeah.
Sorry, yeah, you're right. He did do that after Next Generation too. Sorry, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a Star Trek nerd. Okay, continue.
And he gets taken in one of the games, and then also they just showed us in this little featurette here. I don't know if you were going to talk about him or not, Ryan, but Hal Holbrook, the old guy at the Magic Castle.
Oh,
the professor.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have that sequence.
I was just gonna say it was interesting. It was an interesting performance. He was kind of a gimmick casting there.
I do have a little bit of behind. Well, actually, yeah, I don't. This feature didn't have him for some reason.
There was also something like all of the characters' names in this were names of like actual magicians or sleight of hand technicians.
That's right.
Oh, I didn't catch that, Doug.
Yeah,
sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I just read in my limited research.
No, I saw that too. The IMDb trivia was mostly just like real cards, real tricks, real magicians, real names. Yeah, it was.
Look at that shirt, man.
You want that, don't you?
His shirt game is on point.
It's like a bunch of tribal tattoo design.
Kind of looks like Josh Home from Queens of the Stone.
Yeah, right.
Version of him.
Like the Temu version.
Yeah, a Temu version. Okay, this is the last part of Damien talking about the film. Then we'll go back to Sly on Damien. So that's all in this.
Okay. I can remember, and same thing with cards and magic. It's just you against the spectator. It's just pure skill and dexterity.
I think the Dean is about to take a fall.
Oh, that was it. Okay, now Sly said this about Damien, the director. This is what his thoughts on Damien. You tell me if there's a red flag about something he's. Maybe I'm overthinking or overselling it, but I remember hearing it. Think, oh, that's kind of an interesting statement.
I'd love to watch you play.
Working with Damien seems to be a very, very rewarding experience because he's intimately acquainted with this world, and he's not afraid to come up and suggest the kind of performance or the mood that he's trying to attain.
He's the director.
Yeah.
Did you catch that? What he said there? I want to play this in case our audience can hear that.
He's not afraid to do his job.
Listen,
because he's intimately acquainted with this world, and he's not afraid to come up and suggest the kind of performance or the mood that he's trying to attain.
So Am I overthinking this? Why is
Not at
Sly
all.
thinking that's amazing that a director would tell the actor how to act and
It's
set
like
the mood for the scene?
When your kid comes up to you with a drawing and you're like, oh wow, this drawing is awesome. It's going right up here on the fridge. It's like he patted Damien's head and said, "It's okay, director Damien."
I wonder if
Damien's
own naivety about how film is done, like, oh, I'm a director, I should tell people how to do it, where he just did it, not knowing that nobody directs Sly.
Yeah. Yeah, how he thinks.
But why would Sly even say? Why would he say that? Why would he say it's like the producer, funded the film and the editor put it together? It's like, yeah, that's their job, Sly. You just literally said what the director did.
It's like making a statement. He's like, nobody tells me what to do. This is arrogant.
It's more like,
Sly.
oh, how cute. Merv Griffin's little boy toy thinks he can.
Oh wow, we're really
tell me
what
what to do.
Is Merv Griffin still alive?
No, he's dead. That's why we're able to say all this.
His estate. Oh man.
I apologize in advance if for whatever reason Damien does listen to this podcast, because I led with the fact that I love this fucking movie and I also love his wardrobe. So
Well, here's the thing. This movie is fascinating that it got. I actually legit wanted to reach out to Damien because I want to know how you got it made. Like, who did you call? Like, it's one thing to write a script. It's one thing. Sure, thousands of scripts are running around Hollywood right now. I get it. So the fact that his script got seen, accepted, financed, and then the company says, "Do you want to direct it too?" Like I'm blown away. Like he's never directed anything. Well, how does he know what film goes in what cameras? Where to?
Well, you hired. That's what a director of photography for.
But you still have to give them
the intricacies of the script were so detailed.
I guess
that he had to direct.
But that's why he's a consultant. He says, so the director could say, "Hey, Damien, okay, we're doing the card stuff now. What should they be doing? How would a card guy like? He could be like a." That's what isn't it what a consultant does?
I thought Paul Wilson though was the technical advisor.
But sure, but that's what I mean. It's the direct. Like I watched the behind the scenes of like Lord of the Rings. We had Lord of the Rings. I'm a huge after Rocky. I think Lord of the Rings is just my favorite franchise of all time. It's really one movie that's 12 hours long. But anyways, the point is, I seen all the behind. I watched every single extra, and Peter Jackson, the director, is in every single extra scene meeting because he's there. He is the chain link, the swords. Look at the actors. So that's you know what I mean. That's a director.
Well, you're comparing. Well, it's unfair to compare Peter Jackson to 90% of the other directors out there.
But what I'm saying, I know how much But that's what I thought directors are supposed to do. That they're literally supposed to say everything but what's on the food plate. Almost, it's like they're just.
Man, in 1975, Sylvester Stallone sold a script to Rocky after being told no, and he held on to his guns and sold that bad boy for $350,000.
That's not a true story. You know that's not a true story. The producer said that. I know the producer said they always wanted Sly. That's like, oh, I love Sly. I can't wait to see that movie be made based on a true story told by Sly.
The disaster artist.
Yeah. The producers have publicly have come out and said that they always intended to have Sly played by Rocky. They didn't look at anyone else.
I know what the different stories say. I just,
all right.
Just wanted to
well, guys,
are you going to believe Erwin Winkler?
I don't know, man. I look. I think. Yeah. Okay. Well, here we go. Shade. I had fun watching this. This is a film we kept bringing up. I don't know how many movies in a row. 5, 6, 7.
Years. It's been years. Years I've been begging us to do Shade.
And it is okay.
It's on Tubi, first of all, so you can watch it for free with commercials.
Yeah. Or with ad blocker on your PC because it does work. It does stop ads on your TV, or on your computer. Sorry, PC. That being said, we don't really do ratings on this film, but do recommendations. Unlike Backtrace, there's no unironic or ironic statement here. Watch the film. It's low budget, but done not poorly. I'll say this about Damien. Like he definitely could have maybe continued some sort of film noir. He has some good beats in this. I was tricked a couple times.
You know what I wanted to ask you guys about?
Yeah, of course.
The scene with Tandy Newton and Stuart Townsend where they meet in the hotel room.
Yeah.
And they're having all that dialogue, but we don't actually see them having that dialogue.
Yeah.
We just see them
moving
around each other without talking.
Yeah, and then it catches up. Then it was like they are moving in slow motion. The
That was
dialogue
so 2004.
Yeah. That aged a little bit. I agree. Yeah. But that was the film noir. He was going for noir feel. You know,
it was weird because it took you out of the movie. You're like, wow, this is way too stylistic for this movie.
I was thinking the same thing. I had a note about the when Gabriel Byrne walks into the club. It's like the camera follows him. It's like this long one shot, this long like 2 or 3 minute one shot, just like in Goodfellas when he walks into the Copacabana.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I think Damien was just trying to do all the fun things, the classic one shot behind the boss walking in, because the boss Gabriel Byrne's like high-fiving the clients, saying hi to the strippers, and it's the classic. The camera follows him through the club down to the secret game room. You're right. Good catch. I caught that too. I think Damien was just like, I'm gonna have some fun because this is gonna be the only film I ever direct. Think about it. He got the direct Sly. Like it's a weird life to me that this guy comes out of nowhere, does a couple of flips with his cards, and he's directing Sly all of a sudden. Like it's a weird journey.
You know what it is, Ryan? I think that's exactly it. So obviously this guy had some kind of career before he directed Shade.
But you can't even click on his name on Wikipedia.
I know, but so whatever. But the point is, he had a career. He directed Stallone. So then you probably wake up one day after the movie comes out and you said, "Holy shit, I directed Stallone."
Yeah.
You know, what's there to do next? And it's like, you know what? I can just go back to the career I had. It's kind of a cool detour. It'd be kind of cool to be able to say that. You know, like I made a Hollywood movie. No big thing.
Even on his IMDb, literally directed, wrote. He had a cameo somewhere in the film, and he produced the film. So he was one of the many producers.
That's it.
Ride off into the sunset, man, and have people talk about him on a podcast 25 years later.
He shows his rookie skills a couple of times with like the reused lines, like the Edward G. Robinson, you know, "You're a good kid, but as long as I'm around."
Yeah. There was another line. There was another piece of dialogue where the same word was used twice in 2 sentences. Like it was, I forget the word, but it was like elephant and elephant, but it's a descriptive word, but it was used twice. It's kind of like you don't use the same word twice.
Clunky.
He
again, I'm sorry that I'm ball washing Rounders tonight.
Oh wow.
But there's a scene. Well, when Gabriel Byrne's telling the story, the legend of the Dean, and he says, I wrote it down here. Guys would drop their entire bankroll just to say that they sat at the same table as him. Right? Do you guys remember that?
Yeah, but why? Why would you drop your whole bankroll at a table to say you played and got beat by a cheater? Like,
yeah, the whole cheating aspect. But there was a scene in Rounders where this World Series of Poker legend Johnny Chan
gets bluffed. Yeah,
yeah, he's playing in the casino.
Sorry, John, I don't remember.
Yeah, you know Rounders. Come on,
I love Rounders.
That's beautiful. But when Matt Damon is telling that story, he's talking about these whales that are just coming in, and he says that people are giving their money away just to say that they played with a legend. So it's like the exact same kind of dialogue, just twisted slightly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Johnny Chan's not a cheater though. He's actually a world.
Yeah, no, he's a legit poker player.
Yeah,
but that's what I mean is, you know. You like a poker movie, you're probably going to watch 2 poker movies.
Yeah,
and it just that I thought showed his like rookie chops. You know, just borrowing lines from other films.
Yeah. By the way, the poker room at Taj Mahal is, man, what a place that was.
Yeah,
when I lived in Jersey, maybe one Saturday a month, I would wake up, drive 90 minutes to Atlantic City, play a little bit of poker, go get a slice of pizza, drive back home.
Dude, you could sit at a $1, $2 table for hours.
Yeah, and dude, the characters you would meet, like,
yeah.
Oh man, I think we all got caught up in that poker boom when like Chris Moneymaker won the World Series of Poker.
Oh yeah,
I had a regular
yeah,
home
totally.
game I went to.
Mm-hmm.
Man, but that Taj Mahal poker room, which is in Rounders, Ryan. I don't know if you.
Yeah.
I've seen the movie. I don't recall. I have seen the one time in '98 or whatever. I watched
the Taj Mahal, and I've been in a lot of poker rooms. I live in Las Vegas, but man, that Taj Mahal poker room, like that's
legendary.
It is. It really is. And man, so many great memories in that poker room, man.
Well, I hope we formed some great memories tonight.
Yeah. But either way, we got to talk poker sometime.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I've never played. I've never played in my life.
Poker's so fun.
It looks like the only thing I know about poker is from movies and TV. Like I feel like I could almost play with one quick understanding. I've seen so much from the movie Maverick. You name it. I've seen tons of poker films and TV shows where I feel like I know, but I still don't know. I've never played.
Not gonna lie, like Rounders was my gateway drug into playing poker, and like just like Craig, I had a home game that I went to regularly. I went to AC. Now I live a half hour from AC now, Craig. If I had any money, I'd be there all the time.
Yeah, I could play poker any hour of any day, and I haven't played poker in a casino in well over 10 years.
If I ever make my way to Vegas, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Well,
just
guys,
sit at a table with us, Ryan. I'm the card mechanic.
I'm obviously the mark because Ryan, that's a good hand. That's a good hand. You should put $1,000 on that hand. All right, guys. This, as always, is an absolute pleasure. I know we can talk. I wish we could all just hang out in real life together with a beer and just talk. Because I think we'd have so much fun just talking movies and stuff, and that'd be just fun to record that. But unfortunately, we have to wrap this up. So I think at the end of the day, I think we all had fun watching this movie. Look, it's not a perfect film. It's a clunky film, whatever. But it's such an odd part of Stallone's career. He was in between. Well, he was in the middle of nothingness, like Detox and Avenging Angelo, and all this stuff was around. Swirler Ants and Spy Kids 3 was the next film after this one. So his career was in this weird. And we talked about it 1,000 times that this was peak manliness. Stallone. He looks great here. This is where he saw the nice build. But he had that manly face and gray hair. He could have done like mafia type. Oh yeah, I wanted to say this. Seen him, be kind of cheesy about being the mafioso type poker player with the cigar, but you see him doing this like with a better script and better direction or story, but having him play this kind of tough, fast mafia guy in a rated R film. It bugs me that it was wasted at this age.
Yeah,
like it just. Anyways, so when I saw him doing this, I'm like, you put him in like a freaking Martin Scorsese film or something, or Quentin film at this time. We just missed 15 years of Sly that just down the drain from 45 to 60 gone.
Yeah.
So weird. What a weird turn of his career. 15 years of garbage. It's weird. Anyway.
If I can end on a good note. I will say my favorite part of the film was how they talk about Dean, his origin story being a legend, like they don't know if it's true or not,
right?
And then at the end of the movie when he flicks the ace of spades,
the card with the blood on it,
blood on it, I was like, that's a great ending. That was fantastic.
Well, you know what, Doug, I didn't even realize that validates the story.
Yeah,
or
it takes it from legend and makes it
or does the Dean just have a whole bunch of bloodstained cards?
I know, I was gonna say,
he was a grifter.
I will never know. All right, guys, well, what's our next film? Do we know?
God, what's left?
Avenging Angelo. You said it.
Yeah, I guess we have to do Avenging.
You spoke it into existence.
It has to be done. We can talk later why I've been holding off on doing that one for so long.
Well,
but I think enough time is. Yeah, before we were a show. I did it before we were.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't Doug. It was somebody else. Yeah. Anyways, all right. We'll leave it at that.
So another DVD I'm gonna have to dig out and see if I have the receipt inside.
I think we're gonna have to go back in time and watch Avenging Angelo. Hey, look, I'll watch Madeline Stowe eat a sandwich, so that's gonna be an easy. She is so gorgeous in that film. Honestly, she's a smoke show in that film, so I'll watch it for that. Okay. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, guys, and we'll see you on the next time we do Avenging Angelo, another A film.
Adios.